last 8 months, there were 105 bomb and hand grenade attacks in South Africa, which claimed the lives of 22 South Africans and injured more than 256. 48 of these terror attacks were caused by limpet mines. It injured 116 people and killed 7. Despite all the publicity surrounding bombs and bomb explosions in the recent past, few people really know what an explosive device looks like. Many have heard about limpet mines, yet few South Africans will be able to identify a limpet mine. This is the SPM limpet mine, and this is its smaller brother, the mini limpet mine, but just as deadly and effective.
Is dit 'n motorpark of iets nie? Baie goed. Ek weet nie. Dit is 'n borsel.
Kyk jy mooi na, wat dink jy is dit?
Eintlik weet ek weet nie, lyk vir my nou 'n borsel. Daai borsels wat jy die keermis skoon maak.
The limpet mine was originally designed for use against submarines, but has become a deadly weapon of terror. It is easily identifiable by its grey colour, and it weighs just over 1 kilogram. At the back, there are 4 magnets, which can be used to attach the bomb to a metal object. The mini limpet mine is about half the size and is normally brown in colour. But remember, both devices can be any colour. Rather take note of its shape. Hand grenades have been used extensively in terror attacks against people, homes and property. They have also been used in conjunction with explosive devices. The demolition charge is easily identifiable by its shape. Both are deadly and have been used as bombs. Landmines are usually associated with attacks in rural areas, but have been used in several incidents in urban areas. It can also be used as a very effective bomb. The most commonly found terrorist landmines are the brown-green metal type and the brown-coloured landmine, which is inside a bakelite cover. But it is the small things which could indicate the presence of a bomb at any scene. The dust cover of the limpet mine detonator may be left behind, as could the dust covers of the devices itself. Be on the lookout for the lead timers with which the device is primed. It has different coloured edges and is usually inside a container such as this. The detonator box could also be left behind. These are either red or green in colour. The instructions could also be left at the scene. The writing on it is usually in Russian. The safety ring must be removed before the bomb can be placed and is a telltale sign of the presence of a limpet mine. The carrying plate of the limpet mine can also indicate that a bomb has been planted in the area, as can the handle, which is usually cut off to prevent the device from being removed from a metal object. But terrorist bombs can also be manufactured from TNT, which is usually found in blocks such as these. They can also make use of plastic explosives. It's very brittle and can be mistaken for homemade soap. But how easy is it to plant a bomb?
The placing of a bomb depends on the accessibility of the target. If the security personnel are alert and the security measures are tight, then obviously the terrorist is going to have difficulty entering this business premises or this building, whatever the target may be.
So in other words, would it help if the public was more alert?
Most definitely so. I think the success of any countermeasures by the South African police depends a lot on the public awareness of the people of South Africa. If the people are security conscious and report suspicious articles or suspicious persons in time, then action can be taken in time.
What can the public do to prevent bomb attacks?
Stay alert to stay alive. I think a program like this does a lot to make people in South Africa security conscious, but we have this habit amongst our people not to want to get involved. And I think the time is here for our people to realize that to enable the police to act in time, we've got to get involved. We've got to have the people of South Africa alert, to be on the lookout all the time for suspicious articles and suspicious persons, to enable the police to act in time.
What must be done if an explosive device should be found?
Here we've got a golden rule, and this rule simply says, keep the people away from the bomb and not the bomb away from the people. Which means that in the case of a suspicious article or explosive device being found, the people in the vicinity should be warned, security personnel should be informed, and the area should be evacuated. But a very important thing is for people not to panic. Panic is your most contagious human emotion. And although you can never cut panic out altogether at a bomb incident, you can surely minimize it by acting correctly. I think a very important aspect for the public to take note of is the possibility of a second bomb or a second explosion after the initial explosion. And what I'm trying to say here is people should not gather at the scene of an explosion to try and see what's happening, to try and see what's going on, not at the risk of their own lives.
During the past 3 weeks, serious loss of life and the maiming of innocent people were prevented by the quick action of members of the public who alerted the police and evacuated the area. At the Hyde Park shopping centre in Sandton, civilians risked their lives to save others. In Standerton, disaster was prevented when Mr. Robert Moody spotted a bomb in the Wimpy Bar. Only a few days later, Mr. Willie could see a spotted a bomb outside the local post office. Mr. Wilson Mokwena saw a limpet mine attached to an electrical substation. He was jobless and had no place to live. He did his civic duty and prevented major damage. They all agreed that if they had to be placed in the same situation, they would do it again.
Definitely, most definitely. I think everybody must be aware and try and help each other.
Well, I agree with Linda. You've got to be on the ball. You've got to keep your eyes open. And I would like to extend my thanks to the job that the SAP are doing. I mean, they've got an envious job of trying to keep this in control as far as terrorism is concerned. But again, as Linda says, you've got to be pretty observant and keep your eyes open.
Awareness amongst the public can only save lives in the long run.
Daai goed as ek krom ek moet hom by die polisie gaan hom sê ek het daai weer daai goed gesien.
Even though all the security precautions may have been taken, and if you are not alert, it is still possible for an explosive device to be placed near you. Be on the lookout and keep your eyes open. It is very easy to plant an explosive device. I, for instance, have a mini limpet mine in my pocket, and on my side, the big limpet mine. Remember that terrorism does not know any skin color, race, creed, or religion. In fact, terrorism kills and maims indiscriminately. So be alert.